are back. My first guest is an Emmy Award-winning actor who starred in numerous films and the classic television series MASH, one of the biggest shows of all time. His new play, Dear Albert, will premiere at the World Science Festival, which runs May 29th to June 1st, right here in New York. Please welcome Alda. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this is unusual because you wrote this play. You wrote a play about Albert Einstein.
Yeah, well, I put together letters by Einstein and his two wives and their best friends. He had a very interesting, we think of him as this kindly old guy with hair going all over the place.
Right.
He was a younger man. In fact, all his life, he loved humanity. And he loved women.
Yes.
And he wanted to love.
That's a nice way to say you're crazy about the ladies.
He wanted to love.
I love humanity.
He wanted to love as many of them as he could before he was done.
Yeah. So he was an insane ladies' man. He was quite successful.
Yeah. Well, I've thought about writing a book called Einstein's Favorite Pickup Lines. Mm-hmm. He was. I mean, the man was a genius,
Yeah.
He slept with dozens of women just by saying, space is curved.
Oh, gee, Mr. Einstein.
Yes, boom.
Tell me more. Tell me all about it. Well, this is the thing, is that he, I think he's such an insane intellect that must have been the secret.
Yeah, I think people cut him a lot of slack,
Even his wives, do you think they understood?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, there's some awful things. I mean, it was. He just, you know what it was? He really did love humanity in general.
Right.
It was one at a time he had trouble with.
Right.
He didn't really like the things that he called merely personal. It bothered him because he was really concerned with very big ideas.
Well, it's interesting because you have become quite fascinated with science.
Yeah.
You do this show, Scientific American Frontiers.
Yeah.
And you interview all kinds of, all the best scientists, all the top scientists. What have you learned about scientists by talking to them?
Well, they're very funny very often. They have a very good sense of humor. I don't know where they got this reputation for being, stiff, because they're not. One guy had invented a robot. And so I asked him a kind of an ordinary question. I said, what would happen, how would you feel if you developed a robot that could replicate itself and didn't need humans and then, like, wiped out humanity? How would you feel about that? And he thought for a second, and he said, would I win the Nobel Prize?
Yeah. If there's a prize in it, I don't care.
Yeah, right. I don't know who was going to be left to give it to him.
Yeah. You win the Nobel Prize. You get to enjoy it for a second.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, the World Science Festival. This is you're going to go to the World Science Festival, and you're going to moderate a panel. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I'm doing several things. I'm really working hard as I'm doing this play that I put together, Dear Albert, and I'm going to do a reading of a play about Richard Feynman, the great physicist. Written by Peter Parnell, called QED. And then I'm going to moderate a panel on quantum physics.
This is incredible. Not a lot of Hollywood actors do this. Not enough of them.
Yes. Why don't more step forward like this?
Yeah. Keanu Reeves. But no, he could. What do you know to moderate this panel on quantum mechanics, quantum physics? Do you know anything about it?
Well,
It's not about that, Conan. I'm a name.
No, I mean, look, in QED, in quantum electrodynamics, the electrons have a charge, and the charge...
You're on the wrong show, man.
The charge goes from the positive to the negative. You
Yes.
You got a positron, you got an electron, and there's a field between them. The charge is in each one of them, but the field doesn't have a charge, and it goes out over all space. But when you're talking about the strong force, as in quantum chromodynamics, the field does have a charge, and it interacts with itself. Now that's exactly what makes it difficult.
Yes. I can't believe that we disagree on this point still. After all this time, you're wrong. You clearly read a lot about
I do.
quantum mechanics.
You know what kills me? Because I don't know anything, but I'm very curious. And when I play Richard Feynman on the stage, I read every night. I read a little bit before the show what he wrote, and I get to a certain part in the book, and I just sort of stop dead, because there's this sentence in one of his books that reads like this: "The positron, of course, is an electron going backward in time." Of course. What's the
I love
of
course. Yes. Yes.
What? Of course.
Then you're an idiot if you don't immediately. Well, we all. Yeah.
I really I know, and I say to a physicist, I would say to a physicist, this thing that Feynman said, the positron, electron going backward in time, and he says, yeah, it's right. How can anything go backward in time?
Right. So but that's the other thing is there's parts of quantum mechanics, and I don't know much, but aren't there parts that say that two things can be in the same place at the? I mean, one thing can be in the same two places at the same time. Yeah. That's it. I flunked driving school, ladies and gentlemen.
They got something called entanglement, where a particle can be entangled with another particle, and then they're both in the same state no matter how far apart they are, even at opposite ends of the universe. But things can't travel fast. I mean, it's not like some thing goes faster than light. So it's a very mysterious thing. Quantum mechanics is famous for being weird.
Yes. I don't think our minds are built to do this. Mine isn't. No. Mine is built to eat things.
Yes. Yes.
And to sleep. And I like hearing stories.
Yeah.
It's good at hearing stories.
Well, that's what made Einstein so wonderful, is that he was interested in both the sides of life. I mean, up here and everywhere else. If you know what I'm driving at.
Such a nice way to put it, yeah. Now you were interested, even as a child, you were interested in inventing things and in science, is that right?
Well, I was an amateur inventor. And when I was a kid, I thought I was about 11, I thought up a refrigerator with a Lazy Susan in it, so you wouldn't have to reach into the back to get the ketchup.
That's ingenious. Why don't they have that now?
They did. A company made it. A few years later, a company made, this is probably, when you were a child or something. They made this refrigerator with a Lazy Susan, just the way I had imagined it. And then about a year later, they stopped because people had ketchup all over their kitchen. I mean, you'd go and you'd spin the thing, and you'd probably get, hit with ketchup,
Yeah, stuff would come out at you. Yeah. I had the same thing. I, too, was dreaming and envisioning things as a child.
So you're a perfect person to come to the World Science Festival. Because
I get that all the time.
Yeah. and honey, space is curved.
Okay, I will sleep with you. Dear Albert will be premiering at the World Science Festival, which runs May 29th to June 1st, right here in New York, so go and see it.
It's going to be all over the city.
Yeah.
It's going to be, there'll be street fairs for kids. It's just amazing what's going to happen. The place is going to be transformed.
And you know what? Thank you. I know you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
for having
Always
me.
nice to have you. Alan, I'll get you right back. WWE wrestler John Cena will beat your census. Stick around.